do not force yourself through this energy, but don't take it for granted either. Don't force yourself through this energy, but don't waste away in it either. Okay? You have an active, shadow right now that's telling you this story that very much makes you a victim, right? In this story, you are the victim. In this story, which is probably true, right? Sure. Nobody's denying the truth of it. But the story says that you were never cared for, held, that you deserve reciprocity in a way that is a little bit grand, makes you feel special, right? You're so special, you're so unique for going through everything that you've been through, and all of those things are true, and you do deserve a reward, okay? And you will get that. But the thing is, too, that you've already kind of gotten it because your character is fabulous, you know? So in this lower moment where that shadow is active and you're, oh, that's a fruit fly. Ah. Interesting. There are a few down here. That could be relevant. It flew right in front of me too. In this moment where you have this shadow that's very active, it's important for you to acknowledge that the shadow can be active, but it is not welcome to take up space in the way that it has been, right? It's like a yappy kid, you know? It's like a kid that has maybe a behavioral issue, and you don't want that kid to feel unwelcome, and you don't want that kid to feel cast out, but you do want to make sure that kid knows that what they're saying is not helpful and not necessarily welcome. So you might sit them down and be really nice to them. You might also keep your arm around them to let them know that you're watching them, right? Gently, but in a way that kind of quiets them down, right? Not silencing, not punishing, but quieting them down, humbling them, right? And so this part of you that is speaking with gusto at this time is just kind of needs that same treatment, you know? And I'm hearing like you're catching yourself sooner too. Like it's not like you're really wasting away in this energy, you know? Seven of Swords, the Star, and the Two of Pentacles. Where do I go, right? There's this question of whether or not you can uphold the idea that you have for yourself or the thing that you want. And you can, you're learning how to, you know? You're learning how to. Let's get a little bit more. I'm curious what's coming in for you, actually. I don't do this too frequently, but let's just see what's coming in for you. Two of Cups. That's nice. I forgot how, like, thick these cards are. Two of Cups, Knight of Wands. I'm hearing, like, a girl worth fighting for. Two of Swords. So this feels like an opportunity to do something that you're not sure if you have the energy to do. This feels like someone who maybe their energy doesn't quite match yours, and they want to do something with you, but you need to have boundaries with this person, okay? This must have something to do with the mindset that you're currently in because, you know, being that I was called to ask about what's coming in, when I'm tapping into it and I'm just splitting the deck for a little bit more, one of the cards that I got is the Seven of Cups, right? This person's energy doesn't match yours because they have a lot more like fire to them. They have a lot more, I don't want to say like life or vitality because it's not that you're necessarily lacking that. It's just that the way that it's expressed it's not a frequency match to this person. You're just not an energetic match to this person, and that's totally okay. But it would get in the way of you enjoying your company with them, right? Four of Wands. And so having boundaries with yourself at this time is not something that you need to, and with other people, is not something you need to feel bad about. But again, why do you have those boundaries, right? What's the point of them? The point is not just to keep people out. The point is to keep you in a place where you are operating at a certain level that keeps you safe and productive and, you know, chipping away at your future and building that foundation, right? So if you're saying no to this person and then feeling bad, 10 of Swords, or feeling like, you know, you will never have any friends, or you know, you're casting yourself out, if that orphan archetype is present in saying no to this person, meaning I wish I had people who were a frequency match to me. For example, I wish I had more people I could connect with. I wish this person liked me more, right? Whatever language comes through for you, that's kind of the part that you need to watch here. Okay, the King of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, as I'm talking about this, it's like that's the part that you need to watch, because so much of this has to do with your mindset, babe. So much of this has to do with your mindset. Get yourself ready for success, because you are going to succeed. You are. Like, there's just no two ways about it. You are going to succeed. How you get there starts with what you are celebrating. And if you're celebrating your shadow by holding its hand and dancing with it and feeding it and fully engaging with it, then you're kind of missing the point here. I wish my camera wouldn't be focusing so much. That's really annoying. If you're feeding the shadow, oh, and there's that fruit fly again, distractions. Yeah. If you're feeding the shadow, fully engaging with it, what is it taking you away from, right? You're doing that dance with the part of you that says that you'll never be enough and you'll never have people who you can just kick it with. That's not true. It's just not this person. But you also have to work for that, right? So maybe it is this person and it's just not the time. You have to work for those connections.